Some interesting Tesla tidbits. The Tesla symbol, compound derives SL unit of magnetic flux density. Tesla is the name of a crater on the far side of the moon, 26 kilometers in diameter. 2244 Tesla is a minor planet. Nikola Tesla is the largest power plant in Serbia. The rock band Tesla takes its name from Tesla. There is a Japanese comic called Super Person Nikola Tesla, which I want to get right away. Nikola Tesla Corner, 40th Street and 6th Avenue, Manhattan. Tesla as a continuing character in a series of novels by Spider Robinson, which I know nothing about. The Tesla Coil is a high-voltage, air-core, self-regenerative, resonant transformer that generates very high voltages at a very high frequency. Well, Tesla believed that the energy was out there to be harnessed, that there is electricity, in fact, in the air, and all you needed to do was grab it. He received over 800 different patents. He would have exceeded Edison's number if he wasn't always broke, so they say. Tesla at one point set up camp out in Colorado Springs, where he wanted to basically create the largest Tesla coil. He was developing a system for wireless transmission of power, and he managed to actually transmit tens of thousands of watts of power without wires. He became the first man, actually, to create electrical effects on the scale of lightning. It was funny because people near the lab would observe sparks emitting from the ground to their feet and through their shoes. Some people saw, like, sparks coming off the fire hydrants in the neighborhood. He destroyed the Colorado Springs Electric Company's generator. He did a lot of wacky things out there. He claimed to have invented a death ray that could split the earth in half, but he never produced any evidence. He was much older, though, when he claimed that. Living in a hotel room, feeding pigeons on the window. He was very heartbroken when his favorite pigeon died, and he followed not long after. I've never heard of Tesla cooking before in my entire life. I'm assuming it would have existed before me. I mean, I don't know if it's changing the molecular structure of anything I'm doing. Basically, I'm not quote-unquote cooking. I'm just showing off. I don't know how Jamie decided on the Tesla coil. I mean, I know he built one. He's an electronic genius, so I know he built his Tesla, the smaller one, and started getting into it, and for some reason just said, I'm getting a bigger one. When I was a kid, I actually wrote a paper about Nikola Tesla for school, and my teacher thought I made the whole story up. She'd never actually heard of Tesla. So I've been a Tesla fanatic since I was a little baby geek. Tesla also, when he first came to the States, which is ironic, he was working with Edison before they had the big split. That would be AC versus DC. Edison wanted to carry out a campaign to discourage alternating current, and by doing this, they chose to electrocute Topsy, this elephant out in Coney Island. The elephant had killed 3 people, but one person fed the elephant a lit cigarette, so it's not like the elephant, was really bad. Poor Tesla had an aversion to pearls. He had a fear of human hair. He had to calculate the cubic weight of every meal he ate and have a certain number of napkins at every meal, and he couldn't stay in a hotel room if it was divisible by 3. Tesla didn't like to have physical contact of any kind with other people, and he often pretended he had some kind of hand problem so he didn't have to shake hands. He never took part in any, supposedly, romantic relationships of any kind. Once, a female acquaintance who grew enamored of Tesla reportedly took the initiative to kiss him, causing the startled inventor to flee in agony. And he had to have a certain number of towels, but I do in fact forget that one. Had a lot more phobias, but those were the crux of them. He had this whole issue with pigeons. He was very much attracted to pigeons. The night that he was to get the Edison medal, and he disappears, and his friend finds him in the park standing there in his white tux, covered entirely in pigeons. And so he let Tesla stand there for a minute, and the pigeons flew off, and Tesla was able to go back and accept the award. I mean, I do the lobster on the Tesla coil. It's already pre-cooked, and it's just shooting it out of its own body. When I do the bananas Foster, it's just about the electricity traveling up the fire, not so much cooking. You don't really cook. I haven't found what you can cook yet. Doesn't fry a jelly bean, so I don't think it'll fry anything. Although a pineapple, I did do the pineapple that one time. That kind of cooked it a bit. But I think that's because of the sugars and the alcohol that were within the pineapple that conducted it differently. We do recommend no pacemakers or metal body parts within a close proximity to it, I think it can indeed screw that up. And it turns out I've got the same birthday as Tesla, and there I am with Jamie, and we have the Tesla, and all of a sudden it's like, Tesla, Tesla, Tesla.